nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the upcoming game versus the Jags, who's injured, who's in, and I offer my precarious prediction. This and much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 what's up, John?
Yo, 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 what's up?
Oh my gosh.
Excellent!
What a debacle this was trying to get on here today. Anyway, hopefully the team's season starts out better than this podcast episode. Do you have YouTube open? Are we actually streaming on there?
We are streaming on YouTube.
Okay. That's good to know. And hopefully we're in the Discord room. And if you guys can see and hear us, please put something in the chat and I'll see it. Welcome everybody to the show, episode 555, which is number 500. And who is this? Mr. Nichols. This is Josh.
Mr. Nichols.
Oh my gosh, what a debacle on this. We use this software called OBS and they updated it and made like big changes, and I don't know if that's what was messing up our audio and then my internet connection.
It's not Harry Hog Football if we don't have audio issues.
It's not Harry Hog Football if we don't wiggle the wire.
If you're not wiggling the wire, it's not Harry Hog Football.
Anyway, hopefully you guys can hear and see, and it's on everywhere it needs to be.
All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the game coming up this weekend. 1 o'clock, first game of the year. Get pumped. Oh, I'm ready to. Got my heart munchers and ready to go.
I'm pumped.
Oh!
Pumped.
I got my headband that I got at the Taylor Heineke game.
Yeah.
Ready to go. Let's go.
Amelia's in there going, what are you doing?
It's called a podcast.
Yeah. I'm going to text her.
So anyway, big news for this weekend. Number one, Cameron Curl is out because he broke his thumb. So, quote unquote, Rivera confident in Derek Forrest and Percy, I got burned, Butler.
Well, what's he supposed to say? I was thinking about that this week. I think the Cameron Curl being out is huge. And you know the Jags are like, yes. Because
Grit gets to throw it like 80 yards and no one's going to be back there to stop him.
You know who might be activated for this
who's
game?
Who's going to be back there? Forrest? Butler? We saw Butler get burned in like every single preseason game.
Trap.
Ooh, maybe we'll get Trap back.
What if they activate Trap? That
what if they activate him?
Oh my gosh!
Because Cameron Curl's the only person that's out for this game so far. I mean, they'll talk about it more tomorrow, but just can't believe it.
Yeah, they'll talk about it more and more. Are we live on YouTube? You already said we were.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are. So we did that. The only other people that are on the injury report on Yahoo Sports are Cole Turner, the frosted toss, and Logan Thomas for a hamstring, and of course Logan Thomas's ACL and all the stuff in his knee from last year. But he's questionable. He could come in.
He's questionable, so we won't find out until tomorrow. And you know who else is not on the injury report? For the first time in forever.
Paul Richardson 2.0.
Exactly.
Samuel.
Curtis
Samuel
is not on the injury report. Now, I know how negative we've been about this guy because he's been so injured, but let's rewind an entire season because we were pretty pumped that he was going to be on the team. Because if this dude is healthy,
Dude,
we haven't seen it. We haven't
We
seen
have
it.
him. Yeah, we haven't seen it, but we've had him. We have Jahan Dotson. What's his face? Who's that guy that we got? That receiver that we think is the new 50-50 guy from Carolina, the one that just drops the ball like 50% of the time.
De'Ami Brown.
De'Ami Brown just drops the ball all the time. So,
Dude, I was talking to my friend Chris this morning when we were running.
yeah.
And
And
I
you
was
said,
talking. He was asking me
dude,
like, about the team, and I was like, yeah, I'm optimistic because we've got this new rookie Jahan Dotson, and we've got McLaurin, and with this guy, maybe he's not going to get double teamed all the time. And then I completely didn't even think about Curtis Samuel because he's been injured the entire time. Like it just, I forgot about him, but he could be huge.
It could be. I mean, we've got him and De'Ami Brown, like I said. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, all the questions are going to start getting answered in about, from right now, 22 hours and 50 minutes.
Woo!
Oh, I'm getting so pumped.
Oh, I'm pumped too. But the Cam Curl thing is huge. The offensive line, like they're saying that, what's his face? I keep wanting to say, is his name Trey Turner? What's his name?
It's Trey Turner, but it's Trai.
But I keep getting confused. Like, that can't be the right name because it sounds like another. Am I thinking about Trey Johnson? And am I thinking about Norv Turner? I don't know. So his name is Trey Turner, not to be confused with the great Trey Johnson, one of my favorite players of the dark ages of the team.
When it's time to eat, I'm not a patient man.
But maybe I should wear the Trey Johnson jersey tomorrow.
That's why I've got my Art Monk one on. I mean, I love my my Taylor Heineke jersey, and beat the crap out of Tech again, which is awesome.
They say they can't hear you on Discord.
Okay, they can't hear me. What?
I could try to fix that maybe.
Check 1 2. People can't hear me on Discord. That stinks.
Oh, see if that fixes it. I just changed it. See if you can hear John on Discord now. I changed.
Check 1 2.
It wasn't you, dude. It's like the sound. The sound is so jacked up. Like Zoom's not seeing your inputs and outputs. But you can hear me, right, John?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I could hear everything you were sending over. So,
okay. Well, hopefully that fixed it. I just set a setting. I think I rerouted you into Discord.
You rerouted me, huh?
I think.
Reroute. All right.
Oh, now there's no video in Discord. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh. How about now? I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying, dudes. I'm having one of those days. I just tried.
All right, so we got all the wide receivers. We got Dax Milne and Cam Sims as backups as well. I have a feeling they're going to probably get ahead of De'Ami Brown because he is not showing that he's getting any better, even though his time out there has been limited so far. What else we had? Brandon Scherf. You guys remember him? The All-Pro, the All-Pro guard that played for us all the time, but was always injured, so he never finished like a full season after his first year. Then he got that monster contract because he's All-Pro. Well, he went to the Jags. I totally forgot about that. But we're going to play him tomorrow. And so he's got all the secrets. He's like putting in all the secrets about the defensive line. And the defensive line is putting in all the secrets about him. But I have a feeling Brandon Scherf is probably going to come out ahead of this argument. Mostly because our defense sucks.
Dude, Brandon Scherf is we already know from the last few seasons of him like holding out and getting this excessive amount of money for a guard that he's all about the money. That dude's like always injured. I think I heard Al Galdi say something like he played like, I don't know, 45 out of 60 some games with us. So that's like a third of the time he misses.
or
So
fourth.
that dude's going for the money. He's like,
He's going
heck
for the
yeah.
money. He's making generational wealth playing in the NFL. He's making like 17 million a year playing in
care about-
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
You
he's
know?
going to go there and he's going to
He's from Iowa. There's no NFL teams in Iowa. He doesn't care.
yeah. So more power to him if he can get all that money for his family, but he's not worth that money in my opinion. He's injured all the time. Like when he's in, he's good, but
I am not paying $17 million a year for a guard.
no.
I'm not paying $17 million a year for a guard or a center. Maybe a left tackle.
Dude.
That's just too much money. I mean, I don't know. I mean, football really starts with the offensive line and the defensive line. I get it. This is something that we've like preached on the show ever since we started doing it, like 20 years ago. But I'm not paying $17 million for a damn guard, like ever.
Yeah. There's another storyline that we need to point out in this. And it's that this is Carson Wentz's. Remember the team that put him out of the playoffs were the Jags last year.
Ooh, the Jags and Grit.
And this is
Grit's the man. So it's Carson Wentz versus Grit.
Again, like they got put out of the playoffs because of the Jags in his last game last year, and then this is the first game this year. And he's playing against the Grit. So
he got fired for that game. That's the whole reason they fired him, because the owner of the Colts doesn't like him because he didn't think he's a leader.
Dude, you look kind of like Taylor Heineke with that salute to service bandana on.
I know, dude. Let's go.
Like an older, twiggier,
An older, skinnier, twiggier.
with glasses and a beard and a little bit less like Beavis than he looks.
The Beavis or Butthead. He's like a Beavis and Butthead, like love child.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke. You beat Tom Brady though. That's awesome.
Yeah, we beat Tom Brady and we were there. So the rumor on the street is that me and Josh are going to go to that Indianapolis game. I don't know. I think you said you probably couldn't make it. But
Probably not this year.
But that's going to be interesting. When Carson Wentz goes back to Indy, that whole place is going to be booing him except for me and Josh. Like, let's go.
Dude. Well, I don't know if the fans... I don't know. I guess we'll see. At that point, I mean, they may be in like utter discord over there in Indianapolis because their team may suck. With I don't even know who's their quarterback. Matt Ryan. I think it's Matt Ryan.
Yeah, it is Matt Ryan. It is.
All right, so Matt Ryan versus Carson Wentz. The Eagles versus the Eagles versus the Falcons. Oh, I'm sorry, the Indianapolis Colts versus the Commanders. We are the Commanders.
I want to get that sound. What's that guy's name? The ABC Good Morning guy's name?
I don't know.
That's apparently
He's like
a Redskins
guy.
fan.
Yeah,
He's like the dude from New York. He's like one of their main guys on the Today Show now. I want to get that soundbite of that guy going, because he's a fan, right? And you could tell in his voice he was like trying to be like, Al Roker, I'm on Good Morning TV, and have to be like upbeat. And at the same time, as a fan, he was like, the what? He's like, like what? Tell him, Doug.
Oh man, I wonder if he knew what.
Tell
I wonder
him,
if he knew what they
Doug.
were going to say before that.
Tell him, Doug.
Tell him, Doug. We are.
I'd like to welcome everyone that's bared with us.
Bared with us through the slight hour delay for our sound issues, because it's not Hair Hog Football if we don't have sound issues.
Yeah. Even though I try my very, very darndest for that not to happen. It always does!
Always does.
I knew I shouldn't have updated. Anyway, So I'd like to welcome the people that hung out in there. Ian28 says YouTube's working fine, but he can't hear John.
Sweet.
Okay, on Discord. I'd like to welcome Taylor Bud Lighty Coat, who is also known as Shanny's son on here. Andrews, where's he? Over in England?
Well, his name is Dublin Andrew, so what country do you think he's from?
I would guess Ireland, but I could be
Although
wrong.
maybe he's just living there. I'm from Dublin.
Anyway, I didn't know his name was Dublin Andrew. It just says Andrew.
Dublin Andrew. It's like 2/3 of the population of Ireland proper live in Dublin.
Well, anyway, welcome him, and then Chin up there in Nova Scotia at Oak Island. Welcome to the show.
You want that Oak Island show, man.
Dude, I love that show. Except every week now, I'm like, they're not going to find anything. And then I just still watch. And I'm like,
yeah.
They've been going for like 12 years on this island, like the size of my cul-de-sac out here. And they haven't found anything. They've dug holes in like every square inch of it. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything
I keep
there.
saying, if they find something, you're going to see it on the news.
Dude, don't be spoiling it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
If you
mean to
see
spoil
something,
that.
don't tell me.
If you
You don't think they can keep it
something.
secret until it airs, is what you're saying?
Remember when Geraldo Rivera had Al Capone's vault, and they had a whole a prime time special on that back in like the late '80s. Geraldo
Kind of.
Rivera, it was a big time for Geraldo Rivera at that point.
Didn't
And
he
they
open
did
it?
this
There
whole
was
thing,
nothing.
and they opened it. It was like a 3-hour special or something. They opened it up, and there was nothing in there.
At all.
It
Like
was
you would
just like
think with,
dust and bricks and everything.
so did they have to like get some master like safe cracker to open it on live TV?
I forget what it was, but I think it was just like a sledgehammer like beating down a brick wall.
There's nothing in his safe. Suckers.
And the only thing I figured, even at that time when I was like a kid, I was just like, there's probably bodies in there, but they didn't even find bodies. So
Well, dude, that's like a 3-hour special. This is like 10 years of them searching on this one little island.
I know. I
And at the last episode, they're going to be like, suckers. The real treasure was us getting 10 years of being paid to be on TV for this. That's the treasure.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Real treasure is giving you guys entertainment.
For 10 years of being like, there's got to be something in this hole.
What about this hole?
We found a rusty nail. I can't believe it. That shouldn't be there.
That should be there.
All right, back to football. Tomorrow, 25 and a half hours is the first game as the Commanders.
The first game as the Commanders.
And
So what do you think about these? I know they introduced like the new dog this year, like they did with the Capitals doing that. They're like service dogs and stuff.
yeah,
That's not like the mascot. It's not like the dog is becoming the mascot. It's just
just hanging around to
salute
get
the
used to
service
being
type of
people.
things, kind of like the headband and wear it and whatnot. But Mander, the players named the dog Mander, like as in Commanders. And I've heard people throwing out like different nicknames, like the Comms, which
Commies.
sucks because it's just half of commies. The Manders
Sounds like a.
sounds like it's from Star Wars, which is all
I
right.
thought they called him Mando. Didn't they call him Mando?
Yeah, because he was a Mandalorian.
Yeah,
So
and-
Manders sounds like Mandalorian. It sounds like a Southerner person saying Mandalorian, man.
No, I thought they named the dog Mando. I didn't know they named him Mander.
It's Mander. Yeah, dude, they didn't
Okay.
make him Mando. It's Mander.
Okay, well I read it wrong. Excuse me. That's why I was like, "Is this like from Star Wars?"
Well, that's
When they
what
said
I'm
it.
talking about with the nicknames. So yeah, the Comms thing, the Mander name, and they named the dog Mander. The players named the dog Mander. So what do you think about Manders as like the nickname of the team?
The Manders. I don't like it.
Is
It's-
it better
it's
than
better
any
than
other nickname
commies?
that you've heard? It's better than commies, and it's better than the Durs.
It's definitely better than the commies.
But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Speaking of the thing when they bring out the hog at the end of the season and make it sound like that they listen to it, everybody. Anyway,
I just have a feeling that what they're gonna do is bring out this big, fat, costumed like hog with like a Commander's jersey, and he's gonna act all like
looking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
He's gonna be like the Philadelphia Fanatic, but it's just a big hog, like wearing a shirt and no pants, you know, like dancing around
like Porky Pig with no pants.
Yeah. Like it'll be like one of those things that during a commercial break they'll show him like jiggling around, or he'll be in the end zone, like you know, messing with the whatever,
messing with the dance team.
And that brings me back to why do we need a mascot anyway? Because we never had one in our 90 years of existence. Why do we need one now? We only had unofficial mascots like super fans, like Chief Z or whoever. Like, remember when Chief Z would go down there and like interact with that cowboy guy, like at the games?
Oh yeah. They would they'd hang out with each other at the games every year.
Yeah. And that kind of stuff was cool, but it was, dare I use a word from the millennium age, it was more organic back then. He didn't try to force stuff.
Well, dude, I mean, we used to have people called the Hogettes that would dress up in dresses and put hog noses on. This is dudes. That's about as organic as you're gonna get.
I know, but they're trying to. That's what I'm saying. That stuff was cool.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But now they're like trying to force it. We're gonna vote on a mascot. It's like, no, well, just let it come naturally, dude. Just let Chief Z or the Hogettes or whatever. By the way, my photo on my Stream Deck thing is that picture of me from the game with the two Hogettes, like one on each side of me. Like the guy with the cigar, and then the dude with like the polka dot.
That was from the Hall of Fame game, I think.
I don't know. It was a long. I don't think it was from the Hall of Fame game, because I'm looking all bundled up with like sweatshirts and hoods and like hats.
Oh yeah, okay. It's definitely not them, because the Hall of Fame game, as many of you know, is in August, and it's hot. It's really hot. Even in Ohio, it's hot.
But anyway, those mascots, I mean, those things that come about from teams like that are cool. But when you're just like, here's going to be the mascot, here's this, here's that. That's the stuff that I'm just like, don't force it, dude.
I think they're just trying to. I think if they go with hogs, if they go with hogs, because you never know, they may be that stupid and not go with hogs. But I have a feeling it's a foregone conclusion they're at least going to go with that. And they're trying to throw back to the one of the unofficial nicknames of the offensive line, which was the Hogs, back in the 80s when they were awesome. So I don't know. I see both sides of it.
They're definitely going to go with the Hogs, dude. I mean, that's that game that last week when they're announcing it, we've already said, is also when they're recognizing the Hogs, the offensive line.
Yeah. And they're playing the Cowboys.
Yeah. So, and Sonny is having his number retired for that game.
Is it at that game?
Yeah. That's the thing where we're like, the little debate about why they're bringing some old guy out on the field in the middle of January. And was it a, ploy for the marketing team? But yeah, that's when they're doing Sonny's number retirement. Hopefully not in front of the porta pots. Hopefully on the field.
Sonny, do you want to come out here when it's going to be like 65 degrees and sunny? Or do you want to come out here when the weather sucks? Okay, we're going to do it when the weather sucks. See you in January, Sonny.
Because we want to try to get more Commanders fans into the stadium than Dallas fans. So we're going to do it then, dude.
Could you imagine if Sonny like falls down like on ice and dies?
Or if he gets pneumonia.
Or gets pneumonia like President Harrison did and died a month later.
Well,
that was a long time ago.
It's in Washington, and it's like what, a week or so on the calendar before that Harrison thing would have happened. So,
yeah, really.
I mean,
We're
I don't
just
know.
flirting with disaster with this whole thing.
I wonder if they even asked Sonny, dude. Did they even ask him, or were they like, dude, we're retiring your number at this game. Hope you can make it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the middle of the winter.
It's not like he's gonna like drive to the stadium. I bet he probably doesn't drive anymore. So someone's gonna pick him up and bring him over there.
Yeah.
Maybe someone will come and pick him up in a helicopter.
Dan Snyder's too cheap to send his helicopter for Sonny.
No, Sonny's Sonny's like revered by him though. It's like guys like that, he'll do anything for those guys. John Riggins, maybe not so much. Like I'm sure he reveres him, but John Riggins is awesome because he tells it like it is.
Yeah. I love John Riggins.
All right, do we have anything else we need to talk about, or do you want to get into your world famous precarious predictions?
We talked about injuries. We talked about how we're pumped for McLaurin not being double teamed, hopefully, with these other receivers. Did we mention since the last podcast that Brian Robinson did get put on that list? We did say that.
Yes, we did.
I'm trying to think of other news from the week besides Cam Curl.
Oh, the coach of the Jaguars is Doug Peterson, who used to be the coach of Carson Wentz at the Eagles. So that's another little thing on there. I mean, Carson has every excuse to go out there and just put up massive numbers against people he used to work for, and everyone is voting against him. Everyone's just like, well, they got Carson Wentz. I guess he's gonna be good.
Dude,
I guess.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because I heard on Al Galdi this week 3 times, like 3 different days.
Yeah,
he mentioned that there's 2 services, and I don't remember their names, that rate quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. They have one of them had Carson Wentz at like 30, and the other one had him at 34, the 34th best quarterback in the league, under dudes like C.J. Beathard. And
C.J. Beathard, who is a career backup guy, who's like a 3rd quarterback behind guys like E.J. Manuel. I don't even think that guy plays anymore.
Does it make sense at all? The dude had 7 picks and 3,500 yards. And there's something up with those people. Like, they hate him for some reason.
That's just what one. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him. They just don't like him. I don't know why.
He just seems kind of like happy-go-lucky to me. Like, maybe that's it.
How's it hanging, doo-doo?
Hey,
I swear, he's like a big, taller, like taller, stronger doo-doo. How's it hanging, doo-doo? He's the same looking guy and everything. He just seems like he's a big dork, and that's cool, man.
But still, how can they rate him so low just based on statistics alone?
I don't know. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
I mean, two different companies that he's worked for have let him go in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years. And
so there's something to that. There's something to that. But look at the stats only, and you can't rate him 34th in the league. I mean, come on.
What a lot of Philadelphia fans have said is like he's going to throw like dimes down the field, like 50 yards down the field, awesome stuff, and he's going to throw balls and you're going to cheer and score for get a touchdown and everything, and then he's going to throw balls where you're just going to say like
the short stuff.
You're like your mouth is just going to be agape because you're not even going to know what to say. You're just going to be like,
Yeah, I heard some other guys saying that too. Like he can't. I heard a guy say that he struggles with the layups, like the easy ones. Like if there's some dude wide open, he won't hit him. But if it's a contested pass, he'll put it right in there. Like stuff like that. Like he thinks too much or something.
Well, at least we've got McLaurin and Dotson who have like great hands, both of them. So that's going to help a lot.
Yeah, but
man, I don't know, dude.
We'll see what happens, dude. We'll turn to the new chapter tomorrow.
New chapter.
And I'm excited.
Commanders football. Ha-ha!
Dude, so my friend Chris, that I run with, so last year when we went and ran that marathon at Disney, I made him watch the Redskins game with me. So he's getting all into football now. And he's like, I can't believe I'm like pumped. This is going to be my first full season watching football. And I was like,
dude, welcome.
I was like, perfect time for you to be a Commanders fan because they're they're starting out new also. So you could start out you could start out on the first rung of the ladder and work your way up. But he's like, I don't know, dudes, because when I was watching the playoffs last year, I was really intrigued with San Francisco. And I was like, no, you got to be a Commanders fan if you're coming over here to watch the game.
I'm not gonna. I'll put on like San Francisco in like the bathroom if you want.
Yeah, it can be over on the small TV if my internet's stable. Like
If your
apparently it's
internet's
stable now.
at that time.
But yeah, okay. So they're like throwing out precarious predictions. I say we go ahead, throw out our precarious prediction, and then let these people start tailgating because they've only got like 25 hours until kickoff. So they
Tell me about it. Let's go.
All right, are you ready, dude? I've got a new graphic for this.
Oh.
I didn't get a new sound effect though, even though I promised I would. You ready? It's time for. Okay, let me try that again. It's time for Aaron's precarious predictions. And I talked to John about this. I think that this year, like I think I may have done last year, the year before, I'm just gonna go one game at a time. Sound good?
Sounds good, dude. You need to get like the what is that thing like that? Oh, is it? It's one of those space movies from back in the day, and the beginning of it has like the monkeys and like a Coke bottle falls amongst them. And it's got that music that goes da 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 da.
Oh yeah. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Are you talking about The Gods Must Be Crazy, that old movie?
No. Well, maybe.
I don't know. Anyway,
it is an old movie. Either way, it's an old movie.
Where the Coke bottle falls from the plane, or is this something else? I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know. It's so
right.
I'm too old. I'm talking about a movie that's like older than me, and I don't even remember. But I remember. But I'm looking for the music.
Okay. Well, I don't have that music today, so but I will for next week because I'm only going one game at a time, and I'm going to keep a little counter on my under my face down here that shows like what my record is versus what the Redskins record is. How about that? Versus the odd makers. How about that?
Just put it there if whether you're right or wrong.
Okay. All right. Here's what I think is going to happen in this game. We're going to come out with a 3-and-out to start the game. Tressway is going to have a great punt. Okay. And we're going to bury him inside the 10. The grit's going to come out and he's going to throw for a slant for 12 yards on first down. And they're going to, which is
okay because our guys will be like 13 yards off the football.
Yeah, and they're going to move the ball into field goal range, and then their dude's going to miss. Okay? And we're going to be like, this isn't a good start to the game, but at least they missed. And then we're going to get the ball back, and we're going to start rolling. We're going to hit Terry McLaurin down for like a 25-yard pass, Jahan Dotson for 15 yards. And then we're going to hit, what's the other guy? Samuel for 15 yards, and then some 10 yards after the catch. And then we're going to be right at the goal line, and then we're going to hand it to Gibson, who's going to fumble.
See, you're trying reverse psychology by putting in he's going to fumble. That way he will not fumble during the game tomorrow.
No, I think he will. So he's going to fumble, and the Jags are going to recover the ball at like their own 3-yard line, and then it's going to happen. Shaka Tony around the end for a sack of the grit.
Nice.
A grit sack. In the end zone.
Sack.
Grit sack for a safety. That's the name of this episode. So we're going to get a grit sack for the safety. We're going to be up 2-0, and we're never going to look back, dude. We're going to end up winning this game. You ready for this? 27-13, Washington. 27-13.
Yeah.
27-13 is my precarious prediction.
You might as well
And-
just chalk it up, put a 1-0 right next to Washington Commander's name right now. Sorry,
And the
Jacksonville. Sorry, Grit.
Sorry, Grit.
Peterson.
Grit sack. And the only
Grit
reason
sack.
they're going to get one of the reasons why they're going to score their touchdown is because of us missing Cam Curl. Someone's going to get burnt bad back there.
It's going to be Percy Butler, man. Percy Butler's going to be the new he's going to be the new Daryl Pounds.
It's Daryl Pounds. It's Daryl Pounds.
Yeah, he's
Anyway,
going to be
that's-
that. We have already started naming him that during preseason.
Yeah. All right, dude, watch this. So that was my prediction. Okay. Dude, watch the screen. I worked hard on this. Ready?
Whoa!
That works too. Too bad the sound doesn't work. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I see Fireflies in here on his phone. He's probably like, what's wrong with the podcast? Anyway, dudes, I think we need to let you guys start going to tailgate. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. What time is it? 11:40?
Yeah, you've only got 25 hours and 20 minutes. So,
We're
anyway.
about to have like 17 college football games on my TV right now. Let's go!
Anyway, dudes, like to give a shout out to everyone that was with us in the Peanut Gallery, being an hour late. Chen in Nova Scotia, Andrew in Dublin, Taylor Bud
Thank you,
Lighty
guys.
Coat, Shanny Sun, Fireflies on here. I'm hoping that the sound was so jacked that I can get some kind of recording uploaded to our normal channels.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm getting so pumped. Finally, football is here again. We get to be like disappointed in our mediocre team again. It's gonna be awesome.
Not today though. We're undefeated.
We are undefeated, 0-0.
Get pumped, dudes. We'll talk to you guys next week. Hopefully, probably on Tuesday, our normal night. I'm hoping.
Yep.
And remember, dudes, if you see a Cowboys fan, you know what to do.
Yoga!
Yoga!